Chance to remind you folks that we're back here same time tomorrow at noon. Alabama State comes into town for the end of the Pelican Invitational. And of course, after this weekend, Southland play starts. Nichols, McNeese come in next Thursday and Saturday respectively. Anderson's reception. Eciroglu runs to set it for Mayoni. That was dug out in the back there by McDonald. Here's a swing deep from Otter, and that one goes out. Missed wide from Tori Otter, and a point for the Privateers. Privateers still looking for their first earned point of the set, but you'll take that to at least get yourself back in the service line. Here's a swing from Atkins, dug out by Cole. Now a set here for Mayoni, blocked again. And there's Otter once again, along with Barry. Tori Otter is putting her name all over this second set for the Friars. 10-2. And now it is Atkins who sends it over. There's Anderson to receive it, running to set it in Mbaya. And now Anderson, whistle, yep, in front of the 10 there. Anderson was back row, and she took a step over the 10-foot line before she attacked the ball. So an illegal back row attack, and it's a point for Providence, 11-2. Line drive serve, Anderson handles it. Slide play for Roundtree, hits the antenna. And nothing's really connecting thus far for the Privateers. And just trying to find their way out of this spot of trouble they found themselves in. But all credit to Providence and how they've responded in this second set. And Mbaya taps it over the block. Easy dig McDonald. Leaning into one. Punching it line was Mayhew, but Eciroglu digs. Now a swing from Mayoni. That was dug out. Spinning to do it was McDonald. And now just a two-hand pushover, double contact. McDonald and Otter were both kind of in the vicinity, and I think it was a late call from McDonald maybe, or maybe it was a call that Otter didn't hear. Otter peeled off late, and McDonald wound up with the double contact. Point for the Privateers, and Mbaya to serve. Celia sends this deep, serve received by Mayhew. Now McDonald a back set this time, and a swing with a miss hit there from Otter. 12-4, New Orleans just trying to claw their way back into this one and look to get a spurt of their own. It's still early enough to cover what was a very large early deficit. Mbaya sends it line, serve received, and now bump set from McDonald from Mayhew, and that's a kill. Fielding Mayhew earns the point for the Friars. And now Easterbrook is in, so too is Martin. And it is Morgan Martin to serve for the Friars. She sends it on a line over. Anderson handles that one. Set it up to the middle for Roundtree, and Courtney Roundtree puts it away. And for Roundtree, that is her third kill of the day. Now to serve, it is Cole. She sends it deep. Serve received by Adkins. Now set it up here. Mayhew taps it over for the kill. Point for Providence. Serve over, received, and now set it up here for Anderson, and that is a blocking error on the Friars. That time it was whistled, I believe, on McDonald, and Anaya Anderson will get credit for the kill. Serve over, received, and now set it up here for a swing for the 10 from Mayhew, dug out of Mbaya. Now Anderson a try, and Anaya Anderson finds a seam deep for the kill. Well, New Orleans starting to get themselves in a bit more of an offensive rhythm now, and we're going to see Kelsey Holmes in for Miller McDonald. Meanwhile, the serve will be Alessandra Mayoni. Standing high, short serve, very short. Pride just gets to it, but a free ball. Anderson winds up with the point on the joust as they call Holmes for being in the net. But that was created there. That was really more of a forced error because of the very short serve, a crafty serve from Mayoni that just squeezed over the net. This time Pride gets to it, but another free ball, and Anderson puts it away again. Anaya Anderson starting to heat up. She's getting the free balls here, and now a timeout will be called by Providence. And sure enough, they're going to talk about adjusting to the serve of Mayoni, who's pulled out two very crafty serves on back-to-back rallies, and a Privateer squad that once trailed by 10 has sliced that deficit in half. 14-9 your score here in set number 2. Some updated numbers here from this second set. We mentioned the Privateers had no kills and 3 errors in their first 8 attempts. Well, they now have 5 kills, 3 errors in their last 11 attempts. So starting to earn some more points, and that's coming off of the service here of Mayoni of late and Anaya Anderson to capitalize. And the true freshman Anderson has 8 kills thus far in a .368 attack percentage. Friars still in their huddle here. They just break it. Now, if you're Mayoni, of course you want it. Part of you just stick to what's working. That short serve has really caused problems here. Sometimes we see players maybe change it up in a situation like this out of the timeout, but Mayoni does the same, but she sends it a bit deeper. Setter dump, Scales punches it with the left hand, then Anderson for Mayoni to send the free ball over. That winds up once, twice, 3 times, and a kill for Alessandra Mayoni. Just a free ball sent over by Mayoni, but it was sent to an area that the Friars could not compensate for there. And it's a 4-point lead now for Providence. 14-10. Mayoni, another short serve. This time it's Easterbrook to handle it. Here's the tap through the block, punched over by Mayoni and kept alive. Pride passes though, sets up the kill attempt. That goes for Kaya Easterbrook and a kill for the Friars. And that stops the run for the Privateers for the moment. 15-10 Providence. The tall, long freshman middle at 6'4" out of Canton, Georgia, Kaya Easterbrook puts that away nicely. Serve received by Mbaya, set it back here for Mayoni, and that's a kill as it ricochets to the antenna and almost to the head ref. And Alessandra Mayoni, who made her mark in the service line, now notches another kill to her total for the day. She's at 5. And it's Anderson who serves it. She sends it over, serve received by Atkins. Now set it up for Atkins, who's been quiet in this set. She sends it long, no touch, and a point for the Privateers. We mentioned Sophia Atkins had 8 kills in that first set and 22 attempts. She has 1 on 4 attempts here in this second set. Anderson sends it over to Atkins. Serve, and now a tight one, just punched over there. Now a late whistle. They call a violation there on Scales for reaching over the net. And is Coach Preston going to look to challenge this? It was a late call, but I think it was the correct call. at least at first look anyway. Now Pride will serve. Hadley Pride sends it over. Anderson receives it just. Eciroglu for Mbaya, sends it deep and out. Friars back to a 5-point lead. The line drive serve, Anderson handles. Eciroglu sets it back, this time for Mayoni. Dug out there on the back by Mayhew. Here's a swing rejected from Barry by Scales. Another joust, Friars win it momentarily, but Mayoni swings it back. Mayhew digs. Now a swing here on the block touch that's dug out by Alamon off the Atkins swing. Anderson's try is turned away at the net once again. And the block that was so effective early for the Friars shows up big time there on that point. It was Barry, and jumping with her was Holmes. As Vinay Sapp is going to check in for the first time today, replacing Celia Mbaya. Sapp, the graduate student from Austin, Texas, who transferred over from nearby Dillard. Serve received there, Anderson. Eciroglu sets this one from well outside for Mayoni, dug out in the back. Now Pride sets it up for Atkins. Anderson a dig, but a free ball sent over, and it is going to be a point because there was a touch